Hello my friends, it's May 24th, 2018, and it's time for today's big story. Yes, I did get a new chair. It's the first new office chair I've had in over 20 years. No joke. There's a video coming on the chair later. That's a different video. Monolith Soft is known for work on RPGs, all kinds of RPGs, but mostly known for, in recent days, or in recent years I guess I should say, the Xenoblade franchise. So we just had Xenoblade Chronicles 2 come out on the Switch, and there's still more DLC coming out for that. I think there's an update tonight, actually, if not right now. So they're still working on that, they're still doing stuff, but their developers are already thinking of ideas that they want to do for future games, and it includes both sequels and something new. I just want to point out that these employees aren't saying these projects are in the works, they're saying they would like to do them, and I'm sure some of them will happen, but nothing officially in the works right now. Monolith Soft's Kojima talked about some of the games he'd like to make, and he's more focused on sequels. He says he wants to make Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So we just got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and he wants to do 3 already. And on top of that, he wants to do Xenoblade Chronicles X2. So if you played Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U, and I don't want to say too much, but there was some stuff at the end that made you think, what's going on here? Well, he wants to do a sequel to that game, and I'm sure fans would be down for that as well. It'd be kind of cool to see them go back and forth between, you know, X3 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Xenoblade Chronicles X3 or X2. God, this is so confusing to me. But yeah, to go back and forth. So like, you know, their next game would be one story over here, and their game after that would be one story over here, and the two franchises could go in parallel. That'd be pretty cool. He also says he wants to work on something completely new, just a new game or IP in general, but he doesn't give any specifics on it. So, as far as projects that are likely, I would think at least one of these is likely. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or Xenoblade Chronicles X2. I'm sure one of those is going to happen at some point. Chronicles 2 has sold really well so far, so I'd be surprised if there wasn't some sort of follow-up. And RPGs like this are Monolith Soft's bread and butter, so I think there's a good chance of something happening. In the same conversation, Monolith Soft's Tetsuya Takahashi talked about some of the things he wanted to do. And he has one very specific idea that he wants to create, but he doesn't think it would get approved, whether by Monolith Soft or by Nintendo, I don't know. But he wants to do something along the lines of, he likened it to an American cable drama. So I'm thinking he's thinking Game of Thrones or Westworld, not in terms of like the topics that are discussed, but the way that stuff is portrayed. So, you know, violent content. Well, he specifically says something that has something that's violent and erotic and heavy. That's what he specifically says. So those are themes you see in shows like Game of Thrones and Westworld, like I said. So he wants to do something along those lines, but apparently whatever idea he has, which he's not fleshing out, he doesn't think it's going to be approved. But Mr. Kojima at Monolith Soft said, hey, I think this would work. I think you'd get approval, so go for it. And he's like, well, maybe. So again, not officially confirmed, but this is another idea that's being kicked around, and it seems like he's really passionate about this idea. He just doesn't know if it'll actually get greenlit. So maybe getting this stuff out there will help convince the powers that be that these projects should come to light, because fans are going to be talking about them. We're talking about them now, and if there's a lot of groundswell of support around some of these ideas and that shows up on social media or whatever, then these games could actually happen. Statsky Gaming Zone on Go Nintendo says, all 3 Xenoblade games were amazing RPGs. I have faith that whatever RPG Monolith Soft does will be a fantastic game. Yeah, it seems with each game that they put out, they hone their ideas a little bit more, they try a couple more new things, they tweak the way they approach stuff, and it comes out to be a great experience. So, yeah, I'm sure they have more RPGs in the works and more sequels and stuff like that, and hopefully they go for some of these new ideas. We know they're working on something right now that is brand new, as far as we know, it's not tied to an existing franchise. It seems like something wholly original and a bit of a departure for what they usually do. So I'm very interested to find that out. I don't know when we're going to get more details, but they're trying some different things. So I'd love to see all these ideas come to fruition. It's a really solid company for Nintendo, and they're providing content that Nintendo themselves doesn't really create. So the sales are there, the ideas are there, so why not just give them whatever license they want to create a couple of these games and see how they do. Alright my friends, that's today's big story for May 24, 2018. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow for whatever tomorrow's big story is, and I sure hope you'll join me to check it out. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.
Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot!